Aye.
Aye.
All opposed likewise. Here's none. We are now back in open session. This time I'll entertain a motion to approve tonight's personnel action item.
Make a motion, we approve tonight's personnel action items. Second.
Moved and properly seconded that we approve tonight's personnel action item. Is there any discussion? If none, all those in favor, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed likewise. Here's none. Motion carries. Number 11, personnel action items are approved. Matters of interest to the board. Anybody? Board Chair, I'll pass it to you, Superintendent.
Thank you, Chairman Benton, board members. Just want to share a few things with you all, some reminders. Monday, November 25th and Tuesday, November 26th, that's the 2 days before we have our Thanksgiving break. Our students will be on remote learning those days, K-12, pre-K-12. And that is, those will be required staff work days. Our K-8 schools will be in the Leader in Me training those 2 days, and they'll do their third day when we return back from Christmas. That's already marked as a calendar. We shared that previously, so I just want to remind you all of that. So our students will have that entire week, and we'll be doing asynchronous remote learning, so they won't have to be on a particular time. Also, with that, our schools and departments will be closed beginning on Wednesday, the 27th through Friday, the 29th, in observance of Thanksgiving holiday. That Wednesday is an optional teacher work day. Most folks take that day. A lot of our staff, where they work ball games and all that time builds up. So we'll be closed those days. And while we're on that, I do want to wish everyone a safe and happy Thanksgiving for your family. We have a lot to be thankful for. We are a blessed people, and we don't want to ever lose sight of that when we think about what Thanksgiving means to us. And we're thankful for our kids. We're thankful for all that they we wouldn't be here if it weren't for them. So them and our staff, we're so thankful for them, and thankful for you all in your service as well. Early college, I shared this with you all too in email. Spring break, VCC has made a modification to their calendar. They moved their spring break back from, it was originally going to be the week of March the 3rd. They moved it to March 10th. It just impacts the early college. So we did just do a clerical change on the school calendar. So those spring breaks will align. So that way our high school students won't be on campus with no one there. So we typically try to schedule those early, but they did have to make a change on that. So we just adjusted our calendar. Our next board meeting is on Monday, December the 9th. The meeting starts at 6. We're going to have a reception starting at 5:15 to greet our newly elected board members, our newly appointed board member, and our re-elected board members. So I invite you, we'll be kind of walking, we'll be sending invitations to the county commissioners and our city government, and it'll be open. So that'll start at 5:15. Do want to ask you all too, and we'll send you a reminder. We want to refresh our pictures as well as get a new group shot of the board as well. So we will plan to do pictures beginning about at 5:15 as you come in, Ms. Johnson will get those. And then we'll do our group picture in between open session and closed session. We'll gather and take that. So we'll have everyone for that. And also we will be swearing in our new board members and related board members at the next meeting. So we will remind you of that as well. So that you are again, official meeting starting at 6, 5:15 will be the reception. We'll have that out here, and definitely want to encourage you all to share that, because we love to have folks come by and greet you all as well as our newly elected board members. I do want to share with you all too that there has been some movement as it relates to Raleigh. We've got some information. I serve on the executive committee for superintendents with the state. We had a meeting this morning, a virtual meeting this morning at 7:30, and they share that they suspect that legislators may come back to Raleigh and try to quickly pass the voucher bill to privatize public education. There's about $485 million targeted in that. So it's considered to be lame duck legislation, obviously, because there is a new legislature coming in obviously in January before they start the long session. You will probably be getting something from the School Board Association. This was the State Superintendent Association and the Association of School Administrators that wanted to share that. They said, as you can, try to encourage our legislators that would obviously, we're already underfunded, but that would take money away from our systems to fund private school vouchers. Ms. Harrison can tell you. We've already had enough money taken out of lines for state programs, grants they particularly set up, and it's very discouraging when I think our folks are fighting a good fight. We need more resources, not less. Just as Mr. Goins mentioned earlier, that, we've been doing a lot with less, and that's not just financially, personnel side and all. But if you start, that money's got to come from somewhere. And we know that they're funding us on the new ADM model that they have funding in arrears, which means they'll look at the previous ADM and adjust after month 2. If that happens, the ADM is going to decrease. Now, I am thankful Bladen's enrollment has actually increased this year by 125 students. Our ADM is actually up. That's a praise. But that we'll definitely need to be mindful. So they encouraged us to share if we're having board meetings. A lot of folks are obviously not because of the holiday, and some others next week. Just to, if you have conversation with legislators and really get that backing that we need to not support private school vouchers with public money. And because we need to support our public schools. So please be mindful of that. And as I close, Mr. McCoy, I do want to tell you again how much we appreciate you, how much we love you.
Oh, yeah.
And enjoy a well-deserved break. But we do welcome visitors anytime. You're welcome to come see us anytime. But we appreciate your dedication. You've served on this board for 11 years. And we appreciate you. And we thank you. And if we would ever do anything for you, please let us know.
I just want to thank Bladen County and particularly District 1 for entrusting me, giving me this opportunity. Truly, it's been an honor and a privilege. And the last 11 years has climaxed 50 years I've spent in education. And I told my wife, if it was a 2-year term, I would have ran again. But 4 years from now, I don't see myself sitting up here on this board. Not 4 years from now, but maybe for 2 years, maybe I could have. But at this stage of my career, I'm happy to be moving on. But I want you to know that if you ever need me, then call me. And in the words of Michael Jackson, I'll be there.
And that's all I have for.
Thank you.
Somebody else got anything? If not, I entertain a motion that we adjourn.
I have something, for, Mr. Ben, I just want to let you know that I plan on attending the, conference, next week on the 18th. 18th, 19th, dates. So that you know that. That you will be aware of that.
We got time to get all that
Have to call him, go to the hotels.
done.
Talked to the board yesterday. It's time. There's nothing closed on.
I know the Sheraton has stopped the reservations. They will have to do another one, but.
Okay.
We'll check on that. reservation.
You'll need to check with Miss Johnson on that.
Call them.
See if all those details can be worked out.
Thank you, sir.
Make a motion with adjourn. Second.